Hey everyone, it's Rose Crystal, and I'm back in our Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney video. Last time, we went into trial to try and save Lana Skye from the law, and we uncovered a lot of evidence last trial that we don't know what to do with it. So, day 2 is going to consist of going through another thorough investigation to see exactly what went down. So, any further ado, let's begin. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Yeah, which basically means, are you this bad at trials? Yes. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. What happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial on, right? Our only weapon, a tiny insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the only one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant cultures. Hola, partner! Yes, it's Marshall! They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was youngin', at least. Officer Marshall! Though I'd come to take a look and see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. That is true. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor, Stacey Mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with the scarves. I wasn't even wearing a scarf. Yeah, it was a car muffler. You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the awards ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a red scarf. So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns, and sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Woo-wee! I want steak. Give me steak. It's been a while since I've had steak. February 23rd, 12:32 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Wait. Courtroom already? I'd like to resume? What's up? The judge keeps looking over the prosecution. Whoa, Edgeworth! Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over. Your back is bent. It can't be! This can't happen! I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. I didn't plan on doing a trial today, what the heck? Well then, I believe it's time to continue on with this trial. Unless I didn't watch last episode and saw we were in the trial. During our recess, I had requested the prosecution. This is unacceptable! Seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me. Knock knock? Huh? Who's there? Whoa, who are you? What's with this guy? Same! What in the world? A strange stuffy aura seemed to be filling the courtroom. What? Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? It's you. Sorry? Hello? Oh. Sorry I'm late, Udgy. The rows are packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh, Udgy? How you been? Swim much these days? Hello. Now, I've been so busy. Busy, smizzy, Udgy, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Udgy seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? Aha, so you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks. So sorry about our little worthy giving you all the trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little Worthy. Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. That guy is the chief of police. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. He is so chill for a police officer, dude. So, what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out. I'd bring in this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. No, she wasn't. That crime photo. But to think it was stuck in that exhaust pipe. On Little Worthy's car, no less. Buddy. Oh, there it is. I thought the game froze whenever he does that. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. What? Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth? How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I have no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document, where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature is there. Miles Edgeworth? That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel, but you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah! The court accepts new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. Just to be sure what? That I save? I'm just joking, but really, I do want to save. I'd like to take a look at this blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all I have to do is push that switch, and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it! Okay. I was about to do that, but apparently it goes automatically. Oh, I have control again. How do I... How do I open this thing up? Oh, the switch. The switch. Hold on. Dang. It's so hard on keyboard controls, it's crazy. Huh? Oh, hold on. Almost got it. There we go. I don't know why. Wow! Don't scare me like that! I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? That it is. I don't know why I had such a hard time opening that up. Found the crimes and wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? About the split between the prosecutors and the police, and this knife. Sure thing, not a problem, not even a little one, really. Hoo boy. Department in disorder. I have no idea what to think of this guy. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Udgy. They didn't exactly announce it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Wait, hold on, there's 2 murders? Order, order, order. Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might as well assume. We're in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright? 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places? Chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Department in disorder. Knife is special, however, can't say how here. Why? Excuse me, special? Mm-hmm. Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Wright. Oh, I can't say that now, not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery, and like a mystery, it's wrapped in something, a muffler. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. This knife was found at the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you think? Yeah? See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about this knife that'll give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Righto. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I think I should try presenting this piece of evidence that had me stumped all this time. How were things down at the department? That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do investigation. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, Ryder, my boy. Sharp, hungry. So, something did happen. Why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter. I understand. You were busy with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened in the police department that day? A detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. On the same day the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested them, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Rido. I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. The kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you this one thing and one thing only. How the victim was killed. We already know when the victim died, where they were found. Wait, where? Actually, no. We know how they were killed with the switchblade, when the victim died, but where were they found? So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? You wouldn't know about the evidence room, would you, Rido? Can't say I've heard of it. I guess I should ask again once I learn a bit more about this evidence room. There's something stranger about this than the place where the body was found. Time of the crime, eh? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? We'll go back and do those other options in a minute. 5:15? But that's a Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's office and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Yeah, what are the chances? Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling. But I say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incidents. It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. Well, you seem to be talking a lot now. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Rido. You understand? I understand, Rido. Well, if you can prove this connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the 2 murders together. Whatever it is, I better find and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife! What was it doing there? I better check this knife out. This knife is special. Can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove. I think, according to this knife, Let's press the enter key really quick. Okay, it brings this up. Hold up. There's some reason to get it to turn yellow somewhere around here. Unless there's evidence. I think it's the memo. Oh, I forgot to say objection. I just didn't think that was an answer. Wait a second. Ah, at last, an honest to goodness objection! This knife has something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Ah, honest to goodness, what do you mean, Famaji? This is great. Look at the tag on the knife. It reads SL-92. And this is important. Why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7S12 too? Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The print name on the memo looks like it's right side up. But turn around and what do you get? What it's on the knife! It's what's on the switchblade! Whoever wrote this note is holding the paper upside down. SL9 has the same thing as right on this knife's tag. Order, well, Chief. Oh, well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Can you elaborate? So this knife was stolen? On the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say? Wasn't in fact a murder weapon? Nice. Good show, Little Worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a long case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think that there isn't a connection here. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. What do you mean? Something happened to the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your right eye. It was sharp. Okay. We already went through that. That knife, what was it doing there? Better check this knife out. The knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. It was it? Let's try to look and see if there's any more things on the knife that we can examine. Okay. There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure. Reminds me of a similar code. EL6. Maybe it's the case number? That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court record again. I need to find that sweet spot. There's always a sweet spot to this stuff. Okay, I have to click twice. A name and ID number are written here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. I wonder why they only use number for IDs, but also they use. Okay. It was evidence case, so I assume using the switchblade because it was part of a case. Objection! Nope. Okay, evidence in a case was stolen from the DL6 evidence. the department's evidence room. Let's press on that. This knife was stolen on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say, but in fact, was it a murder weapon? Nice! A case long since solved. This knife stolen the day of the murder. It's found the exhaust pipe of Edward's car. Hard to think there's no connection there. I don't know why, but I feel like the answer's right there, but it's not the switchblade. Maybe the autopsy report? Mm-mm. What is there? Am I missing something? Investigation detectives got the police department. See, what a mess. Actually, one of these statements... I gotta get back to those questions. Okay, it's this. I need to get back to those questions if we're able to get there. Okay, so now we're gonna see how the victim was killed. Maybe that'll help us. How was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the force call a stabbing, with a knife. A knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases and the cause of death. Seems I'm going to have to press this a bit harder. Time of this crime, 5:15, scary coincidence. Alright, let's go see that last question and see what we can do. Last question. What is the last question? When the victim died. So when did the murder at the police department occur? Now that's a sharp question, Wright. Very sharp. Well, my boy, you're gonna love this. Okay. It was the next piece of evidence. 5:15, but that's Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's office placed there at a murder at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling. It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. But the switchblade, it was right here, wasn't it? Goodness gracious. Okay, let's... It ties the two. Okay, this is the statement, but that's not the switchblade. One at the prosecutor's office and one at the police department. It can't be a coincidence. And the knife. What was it doing there? Better check the safe out. Okay, so this is the statement I need. Something that I'm missing on this knife. Okay, I already checked when I needed to. Okay, there's already a checkpoint right here. We already opened the knife. What about the shoe? I had a feeling though, but... What about the ID? Crap. No, it didn't. It did not go so well. I did not expect to get into another trial, okay? I gotta find something. See how far I have to go back. If I have to go back far, it's... Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Wait a second, it's 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Gummo was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order. Anyway, we at the department are all flustered, as you might well assume. We have a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? You can understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright, two ducks go to seem to places. Chances are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to try to request them the witness. Sorry about that, my dogs are going AWOL. That's between Knife and Mr. Goodman. Well, we already know that. It was the memo. Objection! Wait a second. At last, honest to goodness, objection. This knife. This has something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha, honest to goodness, what do you mean from edgy? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important why. Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7S122? Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside? The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. Turn around and what do you get? The same stuff on the knife. That's the same thing that was written on the knife's tag. Well, guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? Harmon's evidence room. Let's ask those questions again. On the same day the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Aji? Lost for words. I know the other two questions are duds, so let's go to the middle one. How the victim was killed. How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the force call stabbing, with a knife. A knife? Exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit, we're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There was more similarity between the two cases and the cause of death. Seems like I'm going to press this a bit harder. So was the time. That was the same thing. Scary coincidence, huh? Well, funny you say that. Because time of death. Where else did it say 5:15 here? What about the parking stop? No. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna save right here. So that way we can pick up right if we do fall again. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, right on my boy. Sharp, hungry. So these happened. Why wasn't I informed? They were stolen from the department's evidence room. Wait, you can't get into the evidence room without an ID card. No? Or at least that's how they used to do them. How do you know it was evidence in a case, though? We already know it isn't the switchblade. Alright, let's just go through these questions. They might reveal something that I didn't know. So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say that the crime took place in the evidence room of the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second, I've heard of that. The evidence room. Did he mention that in his testimony just now? Oh, there it is! The knife is evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. There we go! There's a connection between the two cases. Seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town in this case. The link between the cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get to testify about the details. Not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. Are you sure? Wait. Let's just press. Just for a sec. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases have already been proven. Heh, you don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. Where's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place, mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem too many connections for it to be a coincidence. So, Gant? You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information? Unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. We have to do everything properly. Oh, well, I guess I'm gonna try to I can't get out of him. Let's go, we're gonna go through all these questions if possible, but right now the victim's ID number. Okay, have me tell me the victim's ID number. Sure, why not? It's like I'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not, you'll tell me their name after all. Let me keep a tight lid on ID numbers, don't go get your hopes up. Number is 5842189. Isn't that 58421? It's his number! No, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82... I can't do it. I didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number at the victim police department 5... If this tells me something, it does! Actually, it does, Your Honor, it does. I think. Meaning? It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's see what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective was murdered at the police department. Tells something, who does it tell you? It's him! Witness! What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, I'm not high. It's just I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing like you always do. Police were in the prosecutor's office. 2 places. 2 decks murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number right here. Oh, I thought it was wrong for a second. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman, and oh god, my leg's asleep. Ugh, I hate the pins and needles effect. Shame on you, Righto. Personnel IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, that ID number I heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I've forgotten. Can't even get the first number right. Again! The number the chief of the police gave us is 5842189. The same number. Wait a second, Wright. What is this? Indeed. Mean? That's what I want to know. Two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room is Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as a tack. Righto, sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 515 in the underground parking lot. Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the exact same time! That's impossible. So, what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time, in a completely different location? Yeah, that's impossible when you look at it, no matter how you look at it. Order! Chief, what does this mean? No, what I want to know is why not hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? That's a new sprite. The oversight, the grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. You mean that timid police officer? Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have you heard the name before? Wait, aha! Yeah, it was a timid police officer. Ahem. Because Edgeworth shoved him out of the office. Is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere in the premises? I'm here, sir. The request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He says the report had nothing to do with the Lawn Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written on the top of the report. Why didn't you, officer, tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if the officer is capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, it's a serious error, gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then Yeah, I don't even know what to think of this guy. This guy's crafty. No such luck this time, Worthy, or should I say, unworthy. What? Now what was the second rule of evidence, Lawson? Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's Rule 2. Unregistered evidence present and must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Righto over there. Good job, Righto, my boy. Huh? I was doing my job. No. No! Seems we've come to the end of this trial. What? Holy crap! Like, I did not expect to do a trial episode today, okay? I was just thrown right in there. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You and the defendant shared just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happens. If it's the last thing I do. You better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor, thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake I hope it's not decisive. Very well, court is adjourned. To be continued. I have a feeling that Chief of Police knows a lot more about this case than he leads on. He is far too cheerful for this stuff. Anyway, we'll be figuring out that next time. If you guys can see the next Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney video as soon as possible, please give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all next time. Bye, guys!